Call Halayim Yahweh Bashem Yahusha Bashem Rakakadash Barakatha Yahweh Barakatha Yahusha Barakatha Yahweh Barakatha Yahusha Barakatha Yahweh Bashem Yahusha Bashem Rakakadash. Now, Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father, who you people ignorantly call God, and Yahweh Shah is the true name of the only begotten Son, who you people ignorantly call Jesus. And if you read your holy scriptures, you'll know, man, that they're exclusively for the 12 tribes of Israel, which are you Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, man, and their offspring through the father's lineage, right? The Israelite foreigners. And I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from. Salutations and much respect. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the sincere believers in the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And in this video, I want to speak on the coming destruction, the judgment of America, Babylon the Great, spoken of in Revelations. That great city is speaking of America, man. America is Babylon the Great, and the judgment of the Edomites, the so-called white man, and his offspring, right? Because as we know it, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he runs America. He runs the world as of now. As it says in the book of Job 9:24, the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. And the wicked, according to the book of Malachi, is Esau Edom, the border of wickedness. And they are the people with whom the Lord has indignation forever. They're the people of his curse, of his judgment. I'm going to start in the book of Revelations, chapter 14, verse 8. And there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Right? And this is talking about America, Babylon the Great. Salakia, the harlot, right? The mother of witchcraft, Lady Liberty, right? It pushes its witchcraft through the television, different philosophies, how America invades other countries and sows its doctrine into the minds of the people, causing division, and then they dealt with the resources, and America is the melting pot, man. It has people, these heathen come over here, and the heathen will forsake their traditions, and they'll put on a suit and tie and want to be like the so-called white man. and everything that the so-called white man, the Edomites, stand for is lies, robbery, deceit, feminism, homosexuality, blasphemy, man. And they push it, that vibration upon the world. And that's why this is spiritually Sodom and spiritually Egypt, man. And that's why the Lord is going to destroy this place from off the face of the earth. And how is he going to do that, man? We're going to read about that later on in the video. Right? But to better understand, that people that are controlling America, Babylon the Great, is the Edomites. That the so-called white man is the Edomites. We're going to read the book of Obadiah. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, power, concerning Edom. And Edom is Esau. Concerning Edom, we have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. An ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. And the Lord is going to put it on the spirit of the heathen nations, Russia and China, to go to war with America, Babylon the Great, right? Lord is sowing division. The Lord is sowing war, destruction, and we see that now, right? With Russia invading Ukraine and America stepping in, right? And talking shit. Well, the Lord already has that tension brewing, and that's gonna ultimately cultivate in World War III, man, which will be fought with nuclear missiles. The indignation of the Lord, man, is in those nuclear missiles, man, and they're gonna land here in America, Babylon the Great, and destroy this place from off the face of the earth, along with the return of the Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach and the chariots and the fire beaming from the chariots, man. Obadiah verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. And these people hate America, man. America's being exposed as a backstabbing country, man. Verse 3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee. In America, they talk shit like they still think they the strongest, man. They're not realizing that these nations are building up strength. These nations are actually forming pacts behind the backs of America. Even America's allies are forming pacts with their enemies, man. And America just done, they're deceived, right? They don't think nobody's going to take them out of power. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. And that's where Esau comes from, man. Mount Seir, man. Caves, man. The Caucasus Mountains, man. The so-called white man, Esau, man. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and what's the symbol of America, man? The bald eagle, man. In Rome, what was the symbol? It was the eagle. With Alexander the Great, the Greeks, what was the symbol? The eagle, right? So that's these Edomites, man. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, in America, this space force, they're trying to dwell high, man. Though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Shah. And the Lord is going to bring them down, man. Right? and this is letting you know, man, that all these prophecies are speaking about the Edomites, man. Right? We're gonna go to the book of to the book of Job, right? The book of Job, chapter 20. And I'm gonna start at verse 6, right? Though his excellency mount up to the heavens. And what did the Lord say in Obadiah? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, right? Here in Job, this is speaking of the same people. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever, like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? Right? So this is the judgment of Esau, man. The Lord is going to fuck them up, man. They're getting big-headed right now. They think they've gotten away with the atrocities that they've done against the children of Israel. The Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, man, the 12 tribes, man. The so-called white man, the Edomites, and his offspring. They think they've gotten away, man. Everything they have, man. They've got it off the blood, sweat, and tears of the chosen people of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Shah. And they think they got off scot-free, but they don't understand the Lord has devised an evil against them, man. And anything the Lord Yahweh Bashem Shah speaks, it comes to pass. See, this is Job, Job 20, and we're going to go to verse 19, right? Because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, and the poor is the Israelites, because he have violently taken away an house which he buildeth not. And he did that, man. America, Babylon the Great, man, he stole this land, man, from the so-called Native Americans, which are the tribes of Gad, man. The 12 tribes, right? They murdered and massacred them, man. Genocide, man. And they took this land, man, right? And then how was this land built up, man? They brought the Southern Kingdom over here, the so-called Negroes, Haitians, and Jamaicans, and then along with the Northern Kingdom, they had us in hardcore bondage, slavery, man, free labor, man. Built it up, man. made was made rich off of our backs. We built this country, man. Because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he buildeth not. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. There shall no man look for his goods. And the Lord saying, man, all this shit that y'all done got, man, you're not going to enjoy it, man. It's not going to last. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits, right? And right now we currently see the so-called white man, starting off with the elite, the 13 banking families, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, DuPonts, Gettys, Oppenheimers, the Bundys, the Dan Vons, the Russells, these different Edomite families, right? They're setting up their new world order, man, the Great Reset, right? They're trying to bring in the MOTB, the chip. They already have the prelude out, the venom juice, different restrictions, taking away the rights. They're crashing the dollar, systematically setting up a famine, because it's going to give them more control. That's what they're bringing about. They think this thing is going to work out, for their good, but the Lord is going to let them get so far, and it's just going to crash, man. That's when your house shall going to come back. That stone, man, that's going to come and crash, man. Crash this current kingdom, man. As it says in the Apocrypha, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is that and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, right? So their kingdom's not going to stand, man. It's going to be destroyed, man. And the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of Israel, is going to be set up in its stead. And that's what Esau's trying to fight against. But he's going to lose, man. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be left in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, right? And the wicked, man, the Lord is going to have these heathen, man, come against him, man. World War III, man. The heathen are going to shoot nuclear missiles on this bitch, man. They're going to nuke this motherfucker, man. They're going to fuck this bitch up, man. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yeah, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. And that's that judgment, man. That judgment of the nuclear missile fire, man. And the way that the prophets described it was how the best they could. They didn't know what the fuck a nuclear missile was back then, right? They seen it, they just didn't know how to explain it, right? So that's how they described it, man. This is the book of Nahum, chapter 3. Woe to the bloody city, it is all full of lies and robbery. And as it said in Job, woe to him that buildeth a house that is not his, right? Woe to the bloody city, it is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not, right? Where that prey, man? He oppressed the poor, man, the Israelites, man, the Negro, Latino, Native Americans. The noise in the bloody city is America, this Babylon the Great, built on the blood, sweat, and tears of the Israelites. The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. The horsemen lift up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain. Now, going back to the missiles, man, that's the future of this place. That's what America has to look forward to, man. The Lord keeps bringing this up. There's going to be a multitude of slain, man, and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpse. They shall stumble upon their corpses because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. And what did we read in Revelations? Uh, what was in Revelations 14? That's what it was. What did we read in Revelations 14, verse 8? You know, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, the great city, because she made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Right? And here in Nahum it says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. Right? You know, that's the wine, man. Making these nations drink of the wine, man. Wine symbolizes doctrine, philosophy, right? It's that same place, man. It's that world favorite harlot spoken of in Revelations, right? This is Revelation 17 and 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Right? And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. Right? And this is that the America Babylon the Great, man. This place is filled with the blood of the Israelites, of the Negro, Latino, Native Americans, man. That's how it was built. It was built upon our blood, our destruction. You know? And this place pushes fornication, or adultery, man. Wickedness, witchcraft. And the judgment is nuclear missile fire, as we read, man. This place is gonna fall. Back in Nahum, chapter 4. Chapter 3, verse 4. I'm gonna read that again. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcrafts. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. And the Lord is exposing this place, man. Right? And this is speaking of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. You know, back in Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Right? And that's what it said in Nahum. He says he's going to discover his skirts upon his face, man. Right? He's going to show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. And the shame of Esau, you know, the so-called white man, you know, is being discovered, man. You know, his secret societies, his different, the different genocides and massacres and wicked acts he's done. His demon worship, his devil worship, being exposed. Hollywood, you know, the Epstein case, you know, the homosexuality, the sex trafficking, you know, the pedophilia. It's all being exposed, man. You know, the critical race theory, man. You know, the whitewashing, man. You know, the Edomite washing of history he's done. You know, the lies, man. The robbery. It's all being exposed, man. And the Lord's going to expose them, then he's going to judge them, man. You know, and that judgment is the is the nuclear missile fire, the glittering spear, man. Right? See, this is the book of and this proves this is speaking of nuclear missile fire. This is the book of Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. And it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver, and apparel in great abundance. Right? So, and as it said in Job, man, you know, he's not going to enjoy, the things that he's stolen, man. Right? Everything Esau has stolen from us, he's gonna spit it all up. See, it says he shall not save of that which he desired, man. There shall none of his meat be left. There shall no man look for his goods, because all them goods is not his, man. They're really ours, man. The shit, they gonna spit it all up, man. All these heathen, man. But mainly Esau, even the so-called white man. The devil, man. That the Bible speaks of, the wicked, that the earth has been given into his hand, right? The wicked, man. And they're gonna be hit with the plague of these nuclear missiles, man. From World War III, man, when the Lord, gathers the nations to battle, man. The Lord is gonna plead with His people, man. He's gonna fuck them up. He's gonna have them fight each other. Then He's gonna come and checkmate everybody, man, and set Israel back on high, and judge the heathen. But Esau, the so-called white man, America Babylon the Great, right? It's gonna get the harshest judgment out of everyone, cause he's the devil, man, right? See, this is the book of Amos, chapter 1, verse 11. See, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. But I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the places of Basra, right? So the Lord's sending a fire on Esau Edom, man. That's that fire from the nuclear missile, man. That's going to have them consume away, man. And it's going to destroy Babylon, the Great America, man. Esau Edom's capital, man. The great city, man. That's going to be a desert land, right? And we're going to round the rest of you motherfuckers, your elites, who hide across the world in these bunkers. I'm going to gather them, and they're going into captivity for 1,000 years, hardcore bondage, man. And then they going to get burned up too, man. Along with you motherfuckers that come back through regeneration as their children. Y'all going to all serve slavery, man. Y'all going to get that recompense for 1,000 years, and then y'all going to be burned up again, man. And wiped off the face of the earth. That's the judgment of the Edomites, man. And the judgment of America, Babylon the Great, is it's going to be wiped off the face of the earth with fire. It's going to be burnt. It's going to be a desert, man, for reptiles and different animals. And the Lord is bringing all this about through through the stirring up World War III, man. That's what's gonna really kick all this off, man. World War III, right? See, this is Joel chapter 3. For behold, in those days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, meaning he's going to free us from captivity, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Right? So the Lord is going to gather all the heathen, man. And everybody played a part, according to Psalms 83, in the downfall of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, the Israelites. You know, they all benefited from our captivity, man. So the Lord says he's going to gather them, and he's going to have them fighting each other. He's going to gather them, and he's going to come and fuck them up, man. You know, and set his people back on high, man. And the heathen going to get put back in their place, man. You know. So, with that, man, I want to say shalom, shalom, abad, babal, abad, babal, abad, babal. Destruction to America, man, and destruction to these heathen, man. And it's coming, man. The Lord is bringing swift judgment, right? Israel, you know, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and our offspring, however they may look, you know, we're getting brought back, man, to our first estate. We're finna be redeemed soon, man. Call Halayim Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Rakakadash, man. Shalom, Israel, shalom.